Picture Italy in spring, orange blossoms drifting through warm air, church bells sketching sound across ancient streets, and history rising like a quiet tide beneath everyday life. On April the 25th, that tide becomes a wave. Italy celebrates Festa della Liberazione, a day where memory, music, and meaning intertwine. This national holiday marks the end of Nazi occupation and fascist rule in 1945, during the final chapter of World War II. But it is not just the closing of a war, it is the opening of a new identity. It is the story of a country that chose to rebuild itself, not only in stone and institutions, but in values. In April 1945, the Committee of National Liberation called for a general uprising. Across northern Italy, cities like Milano and Torino rose like sparks catching flame. Ordinary citizens became partigiani, resistance fighters who risked everything for freedom. Within days, fascist control crumbled. The regime of Benito Mussolini fell, and Mussolini himself was captured and executed by partisans on April the 28th, 1945. The fall of Mussolini also marked the beginning of the end for the monarchy. King Vittorio Emanuele III had lost credibility due to his support for Mussolini and his complicity in the fascist regime. The monarchy would officially end a year later, in 1946, when Italians voted in a referendum to establish the Republic. What followed was not immediate peace, but transformation. Italy began its journey toward democracy, a path that would give the nation a fresh identity grounded in freedom and civic responsibility. Liberation Day, then, is not just about victory, it is about becoming. If you listen closely on April the 25th, you will hear a song that seems to rise from the stones themselves, Bella Ciao. Its melody is simple, almost fragile, yet it carries the weight of sacrifice, courage, and longing. But this song has a story of its own. Before it became the anthem of the resistance, Bella Ciao likely evolved from the songs of the Mondine, the women who worked in the rice fields in northern Italy in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. This version was a protest against harsh working conditions, long hours, and inequality. Even then, the song carried a quiet defiance. During World War II, the melody and spirit of the song were transformed. The lyrics were adapted to tell the story of a partisan who says goodbye to a loved one before going to fight. Una mattina mi son svegliato e ho trovato l'invasor. The song becomes a farewell, a declaration, and a hope all at once. The partisan asks that, if they die, they be buried in the mountains under a beautiful flower, so that people who pass will say, "Questo è il fiore del partigiano morto per la libertà." There is something quietly powerful in that image. No monument, no grand statue, just a flower and memory. After the war, Bella Ciao did not fade. It traveled. It crossed borders, languages, and generations, becoming a global symbol of resistance and freedom. Today it is sung not only in Italy, but in protests and movements around the world. And yet, on April the 25th, when it echoes through Italian piazzas, it feels rooted again, like a voice returning home. Perché oggi non lavori? Oggi è la festa della liberazione, è una festa nazionale. Cosa celebriamo esattamente? La fine della guerra e la libertà dell'Italia. Unlike older Italian festivals filled with masks and medieval echoes, Liberation Day carries a different kind of folklore. It lives in voices rather than in costumes, and it is passed down at kitchen tables, in stories told by grandparents who remember hiding, fearing, and hoping. These stories are like invisible threads stitching generations together. In regions such as Emilia-Romagna and Liguria, where resistance movements were especially strong, people still retrace the paths of the partisans through mountains and forests. Walking becomes remembering. Remembering becomes honoring. Italian literature holds this memory with quiet intensity. In Il Sentiero dei Nidi di Ragno, Italo Calvino transforms the resistance into something almost dreamlike, seen through the eyes of a child. As Calvino writes, il bambino vede la guerra come una cosa lontana e fantastica, eppure dentro c'è la paura e il coraggio di chi combatte. Then there is Primo Levi, whose words carry the gravity of lived experience. In Se questo è un uomo, he reflects, considerate se questo è un uomo che lavora nel fango, che non conosce pace. He does not simply recount events, he asks what it means to remain human when humanity itself is under siege. Hai mai letto un libro sulla resistenza? Sì, ho letto un romanzo di Calvino. Ti è piaciuto? Sì, è interessante e un po' triste. Today, Italians gather in piazzas for ceremonies, speeches and songs. Flags ripple in the breeze, wreaths are laid at memorials, and voices rise together in shared memory. And almost inevitably at some point, the crowd begins to sing Bella Ciao. Some voices are strong, others tremble, but together they create something larger than sound, a collective memory. Yet the day is not only solemn. Families spread blankets in parks, friends share food under open skies. Freedom, after all, is something to be lived, not just remembered. Oggi è il 25 aprile. Luca si sveglia presto. Il sole entra dalla finestra. Oggi non va a scuola. È una festa, dice sua madre. Luca e la sua famiglia vanno in piazza. Ci sono molte persone. Alcuni cantano Bella Ciao. Un uomo anziano parla al microfono. Racconta una storia della guerra. Luca ascolta. Non capisce tutto, ma sente qualcosa di importante. Poi mangiano insieme nel parco. Luca gioca con i suoi amici. Perché festeggiamo oggi? Chiede Luca. Il padre sorride. Perché siamo liberi. Luca guarda il cielo. Mi piace la libertà. If you want to truly understand a language, you have to step into its history, its stories, its soul. So the next time you hear Bella Ciao, don't just listen, feel it. If you enjoyed this journey into Italian culture, don't forget to like, subscribe and share this video. And tell me in the comments, what does freedom mean to you? Let's keep learning, one story at a time.